Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how to write the equation of a line in slope-intercept form when given 2 points. So the 2 points I'm going to use is going to be, I'm going to use 2 points. The first one is going to be 6, comma, -2. And the second point is 8, comma, 2. So we want to write the equation of this line in slope-intercept form. So let me remind you. So the equation of a line in slope-intercept form is the equation y equal mx plus b. Okay, so we want to find out, so what we want to find out, we want to find the number for m and the number for b. Okay, so let's first start with the slope. Okay, you're going to find first step, the slope. And with the variable we use for slope is a variable m. Okay, so how do we find the slope? Remember, the slope is a change of y over the change in x. And most of you learn how to find the slope by doing y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this is saying, okay, take the y value, okay, and subtract over the difference in the x values. Okay, so let me identify x1. So I can identify this one as x1 and this one as y1 and this one as x2 and y2. Okay, so let's find the slope m. So m is going to be, so I'm going to take y2, which is 2, right, 2. So remember the change in the y values. The triangle here represents a change, a difference in the y value. So you can do 2 minus the second y value, which is -2, over the change in the x value. So you want to start with x2, which is 8, minus 6. And then you can continue, okay? So remember, double negative make into a positive, okay? It's like negative times a negative is a positive. So what is the opposite negative? What is the opposite of -2, which is +2? So you're going to be 2 plus 2 over 8 minus 6, which is 2. And 2 plus 2 is 4 over 2. And 2 goes into 2 twice. So we find that the slope m is equal to 2. So we find out the slope m. Now, I have something else to say here, okay? Remember, okay, I chose to find my slope, I chose to make this point x, the second point, the 8,2, x2 and y2, and the first order pair, I chose to make 6x1 and -2x y1. I could also do the other way around. I could take the difference from left to right. What do I mean? Okay, you could have just to find the slope. Okay, I could have started with m. Let me write here m equal. So instead of instead of doing like 2 minus -2, I could have done what? I could have go from -2. I could have start from the left and then -2. Okay, and then do 6. Okay, minus x, 6 minus 8. Okay, let's see if you're going to end up with 2. Okay, so remember, so you have -2 minus 2. You're adding two numbers with the same sign, so you subtract. You keep the sign and you subtract, so you get -4. Okay, and 6 minus 8. Okay, you're adding a number of different sign, so you subtract. 8 minus 6 is 2, and you keep the sign of a bigger number. The bigger number here is 8, and 8 is negative, so it's going to be negative. So now remember, a negative divided by a negative is a positive, and 2 goes into 4 twice. So now we see that you get m equal 2. So the things here I just wanted to point out, even though I use, okay, we started with different So I chose to start, my first example, I started from y2 being 2, okay? I'm started from right to left. You can also start from left to right, okay? That's what I wanted to point out. You end up with the same number if you did the math correctly, okay? So now we found the slope. Okay, next you're going to find the y-intercept. Let's find the y-intercept, which is b. So how do we find b, the y-intercept? Okay, so I'm going to show you how to find the y-intercept. So to find the y-intercept, the first step, you have to pick a order pair. Okay, which order pair would you like to use here? You can pick 6, -2 or 8, 2. Either one is fine. So for me, I'm going to go with, let's say 8, 2. Okay, so let me pick, I'm going to choose 8, 2. And remember, the first number here represents x, the x value, and the second number represents y. Okay, we chose an order pair. Okay. Now, what the next step you're going to do? You're going to write the equation of a line in slope-intercept form. Okay, so it's going to be y equal mx plus b. So let's plug in the numbers. So do you know the number for y? Yes, we find that y is 2. So I'm going to write here 2. Do we know the number for m? Yes, we found the slope to be 2. So I'm going to write it 2. Remember, it's m times x, so you have to be times x. What is x? Is 8. Okay. So I'm going to write 2 equal, and I'm going to bring down the b. Okay, so now let's compute. So I'm going to bring down the 2. 2 times 8 is 16 plus b. I'll bring down the b. So the goal is to solve for b. You want to find the y-intercept. That's the goal. So let me circle that. So we want b to be alone. That's what it means to solve for b, or to find, yeah. So we want b to be by itself. But we see that 16 is being added to, 16 has been added to the b. So to undo addition of 16, you're going to subtract. So let's do subtraction. So you're going to subtract by 16 on both sides. So when you subtract 16 on both sides, what we get? So we get here, so again, you're adding number with different sign. So we subtract 16 minus 2 is 14, and you keep the sign of a bigger number. The bigger number here is negative. It's 16, and 16 is negative. So you want to write negative here. So those two cancel, and you bring down the b. Okay, so we know the b is, we know that b is negative 14. So what would you do next? Okay, so remember, the problem answer you're going to write, you want to write the equation of a line given 2 points. We found m, which is 2, okay? And what else did you find? You find b, which is negative 14. So the equation of a line, so the goal is to write the equation. So equation means, the word that pop out from equation is equal. So you have to write the equation with the equal sign. So you're going to start with y, okay? mx plus b. So now we know what is the number for m. We found the number for m and a number for b. So let's plug that in. Okay, so what is the number for m? We found it to be 2, right? So I'm going to write here 2, and don't forget to write the x, and then the b plus b. The b here is negative 14. So since it's negative, I'm going to write negative 14. And that's your final answer. So that's the final answer. Don't just stop at m equal 2 and b equal negative 14. You have to write the equation. That's what the problem asks us to do. Okay, so let me give you an example for you to practice. This is for you to check your understanding. Okay, so I'm asking you to write the equation for the line for the problem when you're given 2, 4, 2 point and 1, 1. Okay, so follow the steps and please write the equation of a line that passes through those 2 points in slope-intercept form. So thank you. Thank you for listening to me. Have a wonderful day and see you next time. Bye-bye.